So before that, uh, Jagdish, can we have more of a interactive session if it is possible, or we need to?
Uh,
Uh, I,
Unfortunately, that's not possible in Zoom webinar.
oh, okay.
But
No worries.
if anyone wants to join and interact, I can add them into the panel.
Mhm.
So we can do that. So people who are interested, you can raise hands, and then I will add you to the room. So we can also convert this as interactive session rather than one-way session.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to be part of the interactions?
Um, the
Okay,
re
we can go
yeah,
ahead. No one
I'll
is raising
continue.
hands.
Later on, also, you can keep your queries, doubts, questions in your notes, in your sticky notes somewhere. Okay. Later, once the session is kind of completed, or let's say you can obviously speak about those doubts, queries, questions, whatever you have. Okay. So I was talking about something called as real world example, guys. So I'll quickly demonstrate one of the real world examples so that you guys are having clarity what this course will be about. Okay. So when I say manual testing, guys, obviously, whenever you get anything to validate, anything to verify, right? Your role will be to make sure that things are working from the customer standpoint. Okay. So I'll give you one quick example so that everybody can relate that. Okay, so we have an e-commerce website called as Amazon dot com, which is worldwide. Like for India, it is Amazon dot in. For obviously for US, it is Amazon dot com. Okay, so as you guys can see my screen right now. Okay, so I'm going to like one of the website over here, okay, so that you guys can understand the practical implementations about the same. So when you say amazon.com, when I'm navigating to this website, and if I'm talking about, let's say, hey, from the software testing, what all things you considered when you kind of start with the base. Okay. So as you guys can see right now, I'm having this website open in front of my screen. Okay. As a QA QA technical QA guy. Okay. If we need to kind of understand the manual testing, right now, you need to obviously validate a lot of content which is kind of getting loaded when you are loading this website, okay, over the various browsers, guys. Okay, right now you might have noticed that I'm focusing only on single browser, that is Google Chrome. Okay, but in real world of testing, software testing, you need to make sure that this particular application which I have loaded, it is kind of having a good you can say this thing over the various browsers, various multiple machines, various operating system, to be honest. Okay. So when you load any particular product, okay, when you load anything, right, you need to make sure that it is kind of loading correctly. Okay, so right now, if you notice carefully, right, I was showing you Amazon.com, right? You might see that everything is perfect on this website, including the login placement, the Amazon logo, the let's say whatever content is it is kind of showing up over here, the account sign in, the order page, the cart page, the banner which is kind of showing up over here. So all this, whatever I'm talking, right, guys, this comes into QA strategy, QA discussions actually. So that's the role of a QA, let's say QA manual tester, to validate whether the content are kind of correctly, like it is showing correctly or not. Okay. If any of the content or any of the, let's say, placement is not defined correctly, obviously you as a QA person need to kind of highlight that. Then you need to go with the discussion of raising a defect, raising an error, raising a you can say bug for that. Okay, those will be the second step. Okay, so I have shown you one simple quick example with respect to Amazon e-commerce website. Okay, so you will be having obviously different you can say verticals, guys. Okay, I'm not saying about e-commerce. It can be banking domain, it can be, let's say, loyalty domain. It can be, let's say, Salesforce domain. It can be, let's say, CRM domain. It can be of any domain, but as a QA, obviously your role will be to more of a like you understand the requirement, you understand the clarity, what exactly we need to validate, and then you go ahead of like having that understanding, and then start your validating, like what exactly I need to validate. Because in QA, guys, you need to make sure the expected and the actual both should be meeting. Okay, your requirement, whatever is defined, and whatever expected output we are getting, right, both should be aligned. If that is not match, right, you need to come up with your defect, error, bug. Okay. So talking about the curriculum, right, guys? I'll show you that in next few minutes. Before that, I'll quickly walk you through the basics. I would say this is literally very basics, guys. I'm not saying that the course content would be like something like this. I will show you the course content, but this is more of a like what is software testing, why software testing is required, what are the basic theoretical, you can say, terminologies, jargons, which are part of your software testing. Okay, so here our agenda today is to discuss about the introduction, what is software development lifecycle, testing lifecycle, what is planning, what are the different types of testing, verification, validation, very, very important from the QA world, quality assurance, and what is the difference between quality assurance versus quality control. And at the end, we will have a quick discussion about how as a QA we are reporting the defect or reporting the bug, guys. Okay, so our agenda is today short. I have kept, the reason is so that you get just understanding what is QA, how as a manual tester you need to know the terminologies, and in practical how these things works out. I'll explain that. That is covered under the curriculum content, guys. I'll quickly showcase that as well. Okay, so moving on, today's our discussion is about the manual testing part, guys. So as you are aware that manual testing is more of a like you are validating the software, which is there will be no automation code. Nothing is like, let's say you hit the play button, automatically, let's say the browser is getting open, the URL is getting entered, the user is entering the username, password, the product is getting added to the cart. No, that is automation world, guys. Before that, for stability of the application, you need to make sure that the product is manually validated. Okay. So here we will be kind of executing manual thing, guys. Okay. Like you go, you let's say you are planning for a movie, right? So for booking a movie ticket, what you do, you will open a you will have your mobile phone, you will open a respective application which is installed from App Store or Play Store, guys, right? You will select the location, you will book a ticket, you will make the payment, and you will get the confirmation over your email as well as on your WhatsApp, right? That's a basic flow which we are having, but you are doing that flow from the customer point of view, correct? So what manual tester will do, manual tester will do, let's say he will try to put some wrong test data. So I'm putting wrong credit card information, I'm putting wrong CVV, I'm putting wrong expiration date, I'm selecting 100, like in the count of number of movie ticket I need is, let's say, 7 8. So I'm playing around, guys, of the application. So that type of testing right now is called as ad hoc testing. Okay, you are trying to, let's say, do randomly things, right? So those level of validation is done by QA. But as a customer, as an end user, your logic will be to make sure your, let's say, your purchase is smooth. Whatever action you are doing over device, mobile, laptop, whatever, right? It should be smooth, right? So, but before that, it is obviously manual tester. It is obviously automation tester who is validating that flow, guys, for you. Okay. So as a tester, his role is to execute the test case and compare the actual result and the expected. If actual and expected are equal, if those are validated equal, obviously nothing like it. You are good to go to the next set of test case, next test case basically. Okay. Now, our main intention is as a QA, your main role will be to increase the count of defect. Guys, please understand. If I'm saying increase the count of defect, don't think in the form of, let's say, you keep on raising the defect. Okay, your motto should be that the defect should be, let's say those defects should be actually acceptable. Okay, we have something called as DRR, that is defect rejection ratio. Okay, if you have raised the defect and that defect is of, obviously you have raised for the namesake, or you have raised any random defect, that will not work out, guys. Your defect should be, obviously it should be acceptable by the respective team lead, respective developer lead. Okay, it helps to make sure that your function, whatever application we are working on, whether it is stable, usable and reliable. Okay, and I, at the beginning of the course, I think I have mentioned already that whoever is kind of opting for manual testing, guys, I would say the only knowledge which is required is about the laptop, is about the, let's say you should be having basic knowledge on typing logic, what exactly you are browsing, what exactly you are trying to work as a user. That's it, nothing else. Slowly and gradually, you will make sure that you have the clarity on automation testing as well as manual testing. Okay. Now, next thing is like it makes sure that the application which we are kind of validating, it is stable before moving to the automation. That's what I mentioned earlier. And I showed you the UI UX, guys. UI stand for user interface, UX stand for user experience. Okay. So when I say UI UX, I mean to say that we are talking about something kind of making sure that the application has good look and feel. Okay, so I'll give you a quick example. Those who have went through a website called as Airbnb. Okay, so Airbnb is a website which is obviously, I mean, obviously most of you are already aware about Airbnb. If you see the, let's say UX and UI of Airbnb guide, okay, it is more of a smooth enough. The image quality which is being used are very, very good quality. The rendering of the image is good. You will feel like real-time experience, because obviously there are a lot of technical, you can say, reason through which you make sure that the UX UI are important, and from there the user will have good knowledge, guys. Okay, so now next is, it will obviously require analytical skill, obviously the domain knowledge. Okay, I already mentioned, guys, there are more than 20 domains, to be honest. Okay, you can work in any of the domain. Somebody, I think, already mentioned, hey, I do have the exposure of pharmacy, I do have the exposure of, let's say, Salesforce. Okay, so there are a lot of domain, but your role will be same. You understand the requirement, you start your validation, you keep enhancing your domain knowledge, you keep increasing your bug count, obviously valid bug count, guys. Okay, so that's how your, whatever domain you are working on, right, you will keep on improving on that part, guys. Importance of testing, it makes sure that whatever I have mentioned over here, guys, it's nothing but you are making sure that we are not facing any technical glitch in the, let's say, real time product. Okay, when you get any product, right, today only we faced an issue that we are not able to join a meeting, right? So there may be some issue in terms of, let's say, we are not able to get, let's say, proper detail about that particular scenario. So that scenario is replicated on the lower environment, guys. Okay, to be honest. So whatever scenarios we have tried today, let's say we are not able to join the meeting. So that scenario is literally a point to validate why we are not able to join. What is the reason? So the same scenario is kind of built on the lower environment, guys. When I say lower environment, basically they do have sandbox environment, guys, where they are trying to reproduce this issue. Okay, what is the exact root cause? Okay, so once they identify the root cause, then you need to kind of work on, the respective developer will understand, and then he will make sure that this type of issues will never happen in future. Okay, that's the importance of testing, guys. Okay, you try to purchase, you stuck on a page where you are not able to move to the next page, you are not able to move to back page, because you are in a situation that amount has been debited, but I'm not getting the confirmation screen, right? So those all scenarios are, I'm just giving an example, guys. Those all scenarios need to be validated for all the product, for all the project, for all the you can say applications which we are using, whether it is on mobile, whether it is on device, guys. Okay, so all these pointers, whatever you can see, right, those are the importance which is required from the QA standpoints. Okay, this all pointers are validated so that you will, your real project, your real product will not have any of the issues. So if you notice carefully, all these are nothing but the advantage of QA in your software development life cycle. So SDLC stands for software development life cycle. Okay. So whenever you work as a real QA engineer, you obviously have this many advantage. What is the advantage of QA in your project? He makes sure your business meets, your requirements are met with the respective whatever is defined. Identify the defect in the early, because guys, the early you identify the defect, the cost of resolving that defect is reduced, guys. If you try to identify the product defect in your production stage, obviously the time, the cost, obviously both will get increased, guys. Okay. Customer satisfaction, prevent failure after deployment and everything. This terminologies we will discuss in detail, guys. Okay. So as a QA, we are more of a like reliable security and performance, data accuracy and security, reduce risk associated with software development, help comply with quality standards and regulations, save time and cost by fixing issue. So here I have already mentioned that we need to fix the defect in the early SDLC cycle, guys. Okay, there is a cycle which is being followed, and it's not the it's a, I would say, organization level cycle which is kind of followed in almost like 90% of the project, whether that particular project is a startup, whether that is actually in any of the organizations, everywhere we are kind of following the proper SDLC cycle, guys. Okay. Improve overall software quality and maintainability, support smoother deployment and release, validate system behavior under real world scenarios. Okay, that's what I mentioned just now, that when I'm trying to purchase a kind of movie ticket or event ticket, okay, and on the payment page, if I'm entering the test card, okay, what do you mean by test card? You have some random test card, guys, which are available over the internet. You try to enter, you see the behavior. Obviously, it will throw an error, okay. So it means that the system has handled it properly. Okay, that's how it is, right? So you need to be very obviously make sure that the system is behaving correctly. So that whether it is behaving correctly or not is the part of QA, guys. So QA is the one who gives the sign off that yes, everything is working smooth. We can migrate the changes from this particular environment to the production environment. Okay, that's how it is. We have this particular cycle, guys, which is called as testing life cycle. It is mostly like you can consider it as, it is actually called as software testing life cycle. Okay, so we have SDLC, okay, software development life cycle. It is throughout the project. Okay, it is throughout the project. But this testing life cycle which I'm talking about is mostly as a QA we will follow this cycle, and based on this cycle we will give our sign off. Okay, when I say sign off, guys, I'm talking about saying that yes, everything is working absolutely fine. We can deploy, we can migrate, we can migrate from let's say lower environment to the production environment. Okay, but the condition is you need to follow this cycle, guys. Okay, so how this cycle will look like, I gave you the requirement saying that hey, we need to integrate something. Okay, so just now I was having a check that under requirement analysis you need to understand so what is the exact requirement that you need to validate. Okay, so once you have the clarity on the requirement, guys, you need to prepare some notes. That notes is usually prepared in Confluence. Okay, it is more of a like you are trying to prepare something in the Word doc or something. Okay, So you keep on preparing, as in you keep your notes ready before testing. So that is something called as test planning, because under test planning you have a lot of content that needs to be added. After that, once you have got at least 70 to 80% on knowledge on test requirement analysis, guys, okay, your role will be to make sure that we have to start preparing the test cases, guys. Okay, what are test cases, what is test planning? Don't worry, guys. We will obviously discuss in detail. At the beginning only I told that I'm just giving you some technical terminologies, jargons we will discuss. Obviously, if you have not got the clarity, we will discuss these pointers in details in our these are already covered in our syllabus, guys. Okay, so we will discuss this in detail, guys. After that, we will need to talk about the setup, that is environment setup. Executions, which is nothing but you are trying to make the process like whatever you have. After that, you will report the defect, you will track the defect, and then you will make the closure of the defect. Okay, so this is the proper software testing lifecycle which is being followed as a QA. I'm not talking as a manual QA, guys. Even as a automation QA, or let's say a manual QA, in both the cases, guys, we are following the same cycle, to be honest. Okay. Even the automation tester, the role is to raise the defect, guys. It is nothing like automation will do something different. In their automation suite, if they find the defect, they will log it. In manual, we find the defect, we will log it, guys. Okay, the cycle needs to be, this is the cycle which needs to be followed for each and every new requirement which you guys are getting as a QA. This is the proper, you can say high level 80% of the content which is required in your test planning doc, guys. Okay, when I say test planning doc, it is something which is prepared usually by QA lead, QA manager. He will define the scope, he will define the objective, he will define the strategy, whether you need to go with manual, whether you need to go with automation. He will see the resource and effort estimation, do the risk analysis and mitigation planning. After that, he will schedule and obviously make sure that the deliverables are delivered. So deliverables are many, guys. Okay, like you need to provide all type of deliverables. Whether the test case got executed successfully, there is requirement traceability matrix. There are various docs which are required, guys. Okay, in your test planning phase. So this is a doc, guys, which is prepared. We will follow this plan to validate this requirement. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, and it's a one time activity. You need not to kind of let's say revisit this page and try to understand. It's a one time activity. You have defined the scope, defined the objective, and you are good to go. You can start with your QA cycle. Okay, and you can revisit this page whenever you feel what is this, what was the scope, what was the objective, right? At that time you can come to this page again and try to see what exactly has been defined. After that, we have various types of testing, guys. To be honest, there are more than 200 types of testing. Obviously, I'm not able to cover up over here. There are more than 200 plus types of testing. Okay. So when I say 200 plus type of testing, because we have monkey testing, we have gorilla testing, we have accessibility testing, we have performance testing. Okay. So all this, when I say under performance, we have more than 10 types of performance testing, guys. Okay. So to be honest, that's why I told there are more than 200 plus terms with respect to testing. But what type of testing you as a QA are doing, right? You need to understand from these pointers, okay? Like you will be initially involved in functional, then unit, integration, system, smoke, sanity, regression, and UAT. Okay, all these pointers we will discuss in detail, guys. Don't worry right now. Right now, you can just understand that first point, that is functional testing, because that is required from the basic, you can say QA world, guys. Okay, I'll take another example. Here, the most common example which we take, right, is something like you go to a, I would say, any of the in ATM machines, right? You go to an ATM machine with your ATM debit or credit card. So once you go to the ATM machine, you know what steps need to be followed as a, let's say, you got the instruction in your credit card. that envelope as well, you got the instruction from the internet as well that you need to follow this steps. Okay. So you guys are already aware, and now suddenly, due to some reason, that particular machine, or let's say wherever you are trying to check the balance, you are trying to let's say add the amount to your account, somehow it is kind of stuck at one point, right? So you have inserted your card, you got multiple options, select language, select the option, everything. But on the final stage where you are entering the pin, you are not able to move to the next screen. Okay. So you have done this, let's say, two time, because obviously when you do third time, your card might get blocked. You will not be able to reset, right? So for some reason, you are stuck. You are not able to kind of move to the. You have not done your work, right? You are not able to complete your activity what you were supposed to do. So this particular flow which you as a customer, you as an end user are doing, right, that is nothing but the functional flow of that particular event, whatever event you guys are doing. Okay. So that particular machine, obviously, prior coming to your deployed on the production, this thing, it is kind of validated, guys. Okay. Even those type of testing will be done by manual QA, guys. Okay. You don't think that we will be only validating the application. You can get the let's say flexibility to validate some real-time handle device also. Real time, so those devices are called as GTEC device, something meter reading device. You might have seen this where people are coming to your home and entering the meter reading, what is the electric let's say usage, or the gas consumption, right? So those type of device is also validated by the QA guys, okay, software tester, to be honest. So everything, obviously, you will require domain knowledge. Once you got the domain knowledge, you will have complete understanding on the functional flow, guys. Verification, validation, very, very important terms which is being, you might have heard multiple times. Okay. And this is the common queries being asked whether the product is built correctly, whether the right product is built, right? If you think about the definition, you will not feel major difference, but verification and validation are required, guys. Okay. So verification is something like whether you have followed proper documentation or not. Okay. If I'm providing you 5 documents to make sure that this particular product need to be built, you have followed that, then verification is successful. Okay. So once the verification is done, then actual process of validation start. So validation is more of like whatever requirement were defined, right? So those requirement has been clearly understood. It is kind of validated now. We are able to make the transaction. So it means that now it is validated. Correct? So this is more of a dynamic. You are executing your test case in which phase, guys? Validation phase. In verification, you are more of a document oriented. So you are making sure the process is followed, whether it is requirement analysis document, whether it is test planning document, whether it is test execution. So all those document is followed. I'm sorry. So this is about the verifications and validation. There is a slight difference between QA and QC, guys. Okay. QA is talking about process oriented, and here QC is focused on product oriented. Okay. So you might heard the terminology saying that, hey, I'm working in a product based company. Okay. And someone will say as a QA that, hey, I'm working in the project based company. So project based and product based, that's the difference. So when I say product based company, something kind of Zoom, which we are using right now, is a product based company. There are various other product based company which is currently in the market. Okay. Which is currently dependent on a single product, to be honest. Okay. So their complete QA and everyone are doing the testing on that single product only. They don't let's say they don't rely on any other project. Okay. So that is called as product-based organization. So there are multiple examples, guys. So if you talk about, I mean, in India, we have various trading platforms such as Upstock, Sharekhan, Angel One. All these are nothing but product-based organization. Okay, I'm talking about stock market part. When I say quality assurance, it is more of a, you can say, project base. Project base are nothing but you can consider such as L&T, Wipro, TCS, Capgemini, Cognizant. Okay, so all these are having various project of American Express, or you can say project of Barclays, project of Kingston, right? So those are nothing but long terms, and those are basically project oriented. But the purpose of QA in both the case is same, guys. Okay, in both the case, your role will be to more of identify the defect, make sure that it is resolved, and your project deployment or whatever it is deployed successfully. So this is the final this thing discussion about the bug reporting part, guys. Whenever you kind of come across with that this is not working, this is not as per logic or something, right? You need to again, I'm repeating, guys, this is very basics. You will have lot of other field to be added in this particular components, guys. Okay, it will have bug ID, summary, steps to reproduce, expected, actual, severity, priority, status, environment, and many other field will be part of your bug report, guys. Okay. So in this particular bugs, once you log, it will be given to the developer. Now it's the role of developer to understand the bug in detail and make sure that the things are working as expected. So he will obviously start resolving that defect, guys. So once he got the confidence that yeah, I'm able to resolve and everything is working fine, then again he will send to whom? QA, guys. Okay, so QA will again validate, and either he will reopen if it is not working as expected, or he will mark it as verified, and later on he will mark it as done. Okay, DONE, done. So that's how it is. Obviously we will talk in detail about this complete flow. Currently I'll show you quickly about the course content. Okay, whatever course content we have, right, we will discuss that in detail so that everybody are aware about it. So let me kind of quickly go to the course content. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen. Let me open that course content, guys. Perfect. I hope everyone can see my screen, right? Perfect. So this is the course content, which is from the manual testing, I would say. Okay. So these are the topics. I will be, let's say, talking about all this topic in detail, making sure that everyone are clear about this particular terminologies, whatever is required. So we have divided our course content in total 3 modules. Okay. Module 1 is talking about the testing concept. What are the different testing concept? Module 2 is talking about the software testing project, okay, real-time project, where we will take some real-time project and we will work with one of the project guys, okay. And then the third one is about how we are using agile in our day-to-day activity as a manual QA. Because right now, as I told at the very beginning, almost like all QA, automation or manual, they need the skill set of, I would say, Jira, Confluence. It is required mandatory, guys, to be honest. Okay. If you have the knowledge on this part, right, you are good to go to start with the manual flow. You are good to go start with the automation flow, guys. Okay. So how things will work in Jira, we will discuss in detail, because Jira is one of the very common tool which is being used, which is managed and maintained by Atlassian. So we will talk about Jira and we will talk about Confluence as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think we are good. So this is about the bug reporting, and then we will be talking about the doubts, queries, questions. Uh, yes, Jagdish, I think we
Yep.
can start with the
Okay.
Q&A
Thank
part.
you. Thanks, Vikas. Thanks for the nice walkthrough. Okay, so we have some questions in the Q&A section, but I would like to give opportunity to those who want to unmute themselves and ask questions. So if you want to ask questions directly, you can raise your hand and we will allow you here, and then you can stop sharing, Vikas.
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, let me first check. We have Serenya Palkuri. Serenya, you can unmute yourself and ask.
హలో
Hello, Serenya.
వినిపిస్తుందండి ఏమైనా అడుగుల్
Yes.
యా థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ నాది ఎంబీఏ చేశాను నేను
Okay.
2018 పాస్ అవుట్ అనమాట సో అప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పుడు వరకు అయితే జాబ్ ఏం లేదు
Okay, fine. So I will repeat questions for someone who don't understand Telugu. Mostly, I think everyone is understand Telugu. So this is the most commonly asked question about career gap. For example, you have an education from non-IT background. In the Q&A section also we have some questions. So you have education from science background or mechanical background or medical background or some background, and then you have a career break. Is it suitable for you or not? That is the most common question. So anyone at any point of time can do this course, but why do we take this course? To get a job. So whether we will get a job or not is the question. So first of all, it doesn't matter whether you are from any background. It doesn't have to be a tech background. Like you don't have to do some computer science degree or a B Tech or BE or some other courses. That's not at all a requirement. You can do any kind of graduation, but it's good to have graduation. I don't know if I've heard about the Zoho founder recently announced that he will hire people even if they don't have any graduation. So IT companies are very open. They don't check for computer science degree for IT jobs. So education is not a problem. Then career break. If you have like long career breaks, like 5 to 10 years of career breaks, is it possible to get a job? I will
యా
not say that it is easy to get a job with long career breaks, especially in countries, Asian countries. For example, in Sweden, no one cares about career breaks. So you can have as long as career break you can, and you can start applying for the jobs. So it will be difficult, but I will not say it is impossible. So, so for a fresh graduate who just passed out, if you try, maybe out of 100 opportunities, you can apply for 90 opportunities and maybe get shortlisted. But if you have a very long career break, then it might not be that case. Like you will not get 90 out of 100 opportunities. Maybe it will be 50-50 or 40-60. So the opportunities will reduce. So that is when you need to put a little bit more efforts. You have to be a little bit more patient and consistent in your efforts. Then it works. There are a lot of people in their late 30s in with a lot of career breaks after their kids have grown up and settled, got jobs. So I know them personally, but I also know that it was not that easy for them. It was a little bit difficult. So that's my answer to you, to your question, Saranya. Okay,
ఓకే
and
యాక్చువల్లీ
that
ఐ
is
డిడ్
same for almost everyone. Once again, I want to make it very clear: your academic background doesn't matter. You can be from any academic background. It has nothing to do. You just have to have a graduation. Maybe in interview they'll ask you one question. Okay, why you are coming from arts background and choosing tech? Then you have to give them one answer. That's it. After that, no one cares. What people care is about your technical skills. But the other things like career break, some other things will actually slow down or make it a little bit harder, but it is still possible.
యాక్చువల్లీ టిల్ నౌ ఐ డిడెంట్ డూ ఎనీ వర్క్స్ రైట్ నో సో
Yeah, fine. No problem. Whether you did or whether you didn't, it's not a problem. It doesn't matter. But the reality is, it will take a little bit more time than the regular path.
ఓకే
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then we will take a question from Kishore Kumar Sanda. Yes, Kishore. Please ask.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good
This is
evening.
Kishore from Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I have done my BTech long back. If I say 2008 passed out, but
Okay.
from since 2010, I'm working as a assistant professor in so and so college. My
Okay.
background is aerospace engineering department, but the things are little changing in the field of teaching. So I'm
Yep.
planning to shift in the side of this. So I have gone through your Instagram videos and all. Little I'm very much interested to go through these courses so that it will be helpful for me. My
Yep.
question is, yes, I'm in teaching field. Yes, if I come in this particular area, so it could be so for me. I'm a fresher.
Okay.
So
Yep.
how it will help me in terms of career growth?
Yeah. So, what have you been teaching?
Teaching in aerospace engineering, sir.
Aerospace engineering.
Yes,
So, you will be a fresher. There is no doubt about it.
yes, sir.
Not possible to carry forward all your experience in aerospace engineering to software testing now.
Correct, sir.
But the growth will be faster compared to actually a fresh graduate.
Correct, sir.
So let's say you manage to get a entry level job with a decent pay. No, in IT jobs pay you well, even if it is fresher entry level, they pay you decent compared to other professions. And after working for a couple of years, then you can aim for big companies where your experience is complemented. And especially if you target the tech companies in aerospace domain and
Correct.
apply to them, they will consider your teaching experience in aerospace and then your software testing, then you will get more salary. So the
Okay.
growth will not happen immediately on the first year, but eventually you will have much better opportunities and you will have a unique profile. For example,
Yes.
someone who did just computer science graduation and then joined into software company and then changing companies and working for 10 years, they have only IT background. They don't have the domain expertise. So you as a coming from pure domain context, you will have unique profile, the domain plus IT. So your profile will become unique and your growth will be much better. But again, it will not happen automatically. You have to plan strategically. You have to be selective when it comes to companies. What companies you are applying, what companies you are. Let's say if you are applying for one very small startup that is trying to produce some SaaS application or AI agents, they might not consider your profile as the best profile. So you can't apply for very small scale companies with less than 10 employees, etc. So you have to target some enterprise level companies. Then your profile will become very unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, sir.
having a teaching background is always, I come from teaching background and
Oh, really?
in IT, if you have teaching background, then you will have very good communication skills and by default leadership skills, team management skills, etc. So all these skills will complement your growth inside the company.
So almost it is done. It is around 15 years of experience in teaching, sir.
Okay.
Just wants to change from teaching to,
Yeah,
because I've done my
I I
PhD
will
also.
I will also recommend one thing. If you have already one profession, if you have 15 years of solid experience, the course fee is not too much that we are offering because we are launching it for the first time in India. The price is very minimal, like very, very decent price we are putting. So you
Okay.
can try it yourself and whatever you learn will not go wasted even if you decide not to pursue a testing career. It will complement your current skill set, your intellectuality also. So
Correct.
you can see, and in my opinion, anyone can get a job in IT at any point of time in life. As I was saying in the previous answer, for some profiles it becomes a little bit difficult to get the first opportunity, but once you get the opportunity, then there is no looking back. So, and we can't actually plan everything without actually jumping into it. We have to enter into it and see for a couple of months whether it is your cup of tea or not. And after that, you will naturally gain the confidence. Okay, this is something I can do it, and it's very interesting, and I can also grow in this field. So you will connect all the dots, and you will get the ideas for your own profile.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. No problem. So we have next Sushma Irukulla. I will allow you to talk, Sushma.
Hi, Jagadish.
Yeah, hi.
So I am actually a web developer, currently working as a API developer also.
Okay.
So I have been as a web developer for 8 years now.
Okay.
I now want to make a change for my personal reasons. And
Okay.
I have few questions like, you know, I'm a .NET developer, and
Okay.
in .NET, we are constantly updating ourselves with the latest technologies. Okay, there was .NET Core, then came the cloud, now it is AI.
Yeah.
So we are always updating ourselves, keeping up with the competition. Is it the same in testing industry also?
Okay. So let's say it's not the same. Then would you like to switch to testing?
See, as I said, it's my personal reasons that I want to make a
Yeah,
change.
I understand. But let me tell you one thing. It's I mean it's we have to be strategically planning, especially for women. It's very important, to have less workplace burden so that you can have a peaceful personal life also. I completely understand your question and where you're coming from. Um, so software testing, to answer your question, you're thinking right. Software testing is not as changing, evolving as the development industry.
Mhm.
I can say that. But end of the day, uh, it depends on the company and the team that you're working.
Mhm.
Maybe for your profile for .NET and the development, web development and API development, if you might enjoy the same job in a good company, but
Mm.
the same software testing, though it's not very challenging,
Mhm.
you might not enjoy if you are not in a good company or in a good team. Um, so
That's true in any of the positions.
exactly any field.
Yeah.
So, but to answer your question straightforward, I might get some hate from the experienced testing professionals, but I myself worked as a QA lead and automation test specialist. My wife has been working as a software tester for 10 years.
Mhm.
Software testing is the most easiest path to enter into IT field. When it
Okay.
comes to working, I'm not saying it is super duper easy. It's you need analytical skills, problem solving skills, but comparatively, compared to web development and data analytics, machine learning, and some other fields, software testing is the easiest because a layman can understand what software testing is very easily. It's always about the web application or mobile application, how we use it, and what we are expecting from that application. And if it is not behaving according to the expectation, then we find a bug and report it. So always checking against the requirements. But the complexity increases when we enter into the automation testing part. Then we learn coding and then we learn other stuff, etc., CI, CD. But as far as manual testing is concerned, it is one of the coolest jobs. But again, I don't want to just simply say that and then finish the answer. I want to also give the ground reality that it's always the company and the team where it depends your peace of mind more. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, you did, but I have a follow-up
Yes,
question
please.
for this.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I'm a .NET developer and I'm involved in different phases of the application until the deployment is done. So, is QA job also has different parts like this in the application until the application deployment, or the QA deals only with the application? Like I'm saying, I am involved in developing the application and
Yeah.
hosting the application on the cloud.
Yeah.
So, as a QA, I'm really not sure. As a QA, do
Yeah.
you have any involvement in the cloud?
Yeah. Do you test in your local after you develop anything?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, you as a QA, you can
Mm-hmm.
also involve as much as the developer can do, but that depends on your technical competency. But
Mm-hmm.
typically, in most of the companies,
Mm-hmm.
now you will have, for example, first you would deploy to your local and you test it at the local. And once that is good, and you maybe deploy to deployment server, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
development server.
Mm-hmm.
And then if your company has multiple test staging UAT servers, you will deploy to them. And
Right.
finally, you deploy them to the production.
Right.
So the QA mostly involved in most of the organizations in the middle level, like the staging QA and UAT servers. When you deploy there, that is when
Mm-hmm.
the QA is involved, either on the test servers or staging servers. They will test the application. Let's say if it is backend, if you deploy it to a test environment, then they will pick up the APIs from the test environment and maybe test it using Postman, or same with the
Mm-hmm.
web application. So that is when they do it and they give a green signal like, okay, this is working as expected.
Oh,
The
okay.
QA role is only till that point.
Okay.
But for example, someone like you, if you become a QA, you
Mm-hmm.
have more strong technical skills. So you can involve in other levels also, like
Mm-hmm.
deployment, CI/CD, and then testing in the local. You can
Mm-hmm.
actually pull the code from the repository and then deploy it locally, and you can also do the testing in the local. You don't have to wait until it is deployed in a test or staging server also.
Right.
But that is not expected from a QA typically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, like as I said, now we have some AI technologies like GitHub Copilot, LLM, and a lot of different things like Claude that we integrate in our daily development. So, what kind of AI tools are there right now for the QA?
Yeah, for manual testing, there are not many.
Okay.
But for automation testing, see, manual testing, automation testing, you have to look them differently, though whatever you do manually, you automate. So
Mm-hmm.
same like how it's evolving for development, for automation testing also a lot of tools are coming, AI tools are coming. Some complete QA agents, AI agents are also being developed.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less the same. You can think of what's happening in the development ecospace is happening in the automation testing ecospace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
Sure.
then
Thank you.
we,
Thank you,
yeah.
Jagadish.
Okay. You're welcome. We will go to Josna Pinelli. Josna, you can talk.
Hi, my question has been answered. Actually, I have a question on AI tools, like how it will be integrated with the coaching.
Yep.
So, can you just elaborate a little more? It'll be great.
Vikas,
Yeah.
do we cover any AI as part of Playwright?
Um, okay, so to answer this queries, I mean, I'll generalize this answer actually, as you most of you guys will have these questions. To be honest, right now, as a manual QA or let's say as an automation engineer, almost like every organization is allowing some of the LLMs to be used. Okay, they are not allowing all. Somewhere, some startup are allowing all. Somewhere it is allowing only, let's say, Microsoft 365 Copilot. Somewhere it is only allowing DeepSeek or any of the LLM part. So if I talk about the automation part, you will get the answer. I'm not saying you will not get the answer through AI agents, which we will be kind of covering in Playwright with JavaScript or Playwright with TypeScript course. Agent creation is easy. Once you have created your agent, you need to get you whatever query answers you will get, whatever prompt response you will get, right? You need to modify those prompt response as per your requirement actually. Okay, it will not be working as 100%, to be very honest. Always they provide the skeleton, they provide the structure, they provide what all keywords we can use in our code part, but you will require at least 20 to 30% of manual intervention, where you need to make that capability, you can say that particular piece of code working with your real-time QA environment or stage environment. Okay, so those type of right now are available, where we are kind of actively using almost like all the LLM, depending on your like your this thing, right? Somewhere some people might feel ChatGPT, some will feel, let's say, Gemini is good, depending on that. But yeah, you guys will be kind of using those in your creating good knowledge or good skill set on your respective domain also. Let's say I need some 5 test case on any of the e-commerce website, right? You can generate that prompt and obviously throw that. You will get the answer, but you need to be also make sure that whatever answer I got, I need to make sure that I need to increase my boundary. I need to increase my knowledge on that particular domain and manually execute those test cases. Yeah.
Okay, hope you got your answer just now.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so before we move forward with other questions, I would like to introduce you all to one special person. In the last 6 years, we never took anyone from outside of Sweden. All our training and mentoring programs are for people who are living in Europe with a valid residence. But we did take a couple of people who are personally close to me and who we know through references. We took them and they got jobs. They attended from India because our sessions are online anyways. So today I invited Vasundhara to share her experience and her journey with the Stockholm IT Academy. So a lot of people have been asking, right? I'm from non-IT background, non-tech background, etc., etc. So you will get all your answers from Vasundhara. Vasundhara joined us many years ago. Okay, anyways, I will let Vasundhara speak. Hi, Vasundhara.
Hello everyone. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself, Mr. Jagdish. Yeah, this is Vasundhara. I'm from India, from Telangana. I'm currently working as a senior system analyst from past 4 years in Hyderabad itself. So I completed my graduation in the stream of statistics, which is not relevant to the field which I'm currently working right now. In the year 2021, I got passed out. It was a peak time of COVID, and at that moment there is a difficulty of living a normal life, right? So all the offline training coaching centers got closed, so there opened a golden gate for me, that is SITA, Stockholm IT Academy. I joined SITA. um, Even though I'm not from technical background and I don't have single knowledge of technical term as well, they taught me from scratch, like from beginning of fundamentals. Initially I felt it was very easy and it going smooth, but gradually the difficulty level got increased, and I may feel low confidence as I'm not familiar with all these technical terms, right? So they noticed, and they familiarized me, like they motivated me very much. That makes me more confident and more comfort in learning more things. So I underwent 4 months of training, rigorous training. In Sita, the best thing I loved is the topic they trained today. They made us to present tomorrow. So this helps us to uh, understand others to betterly, and also improves our presentation and communication skills as well. So after completion of these 4 months of 3 months of training, and the fourth month I started applying for the jobs. Yeah, in January, I think so. I started from October. So in January, I started applied. I attended for my first interview. That is my first interview, and I cracked it without having any coding knowledge, without having any technical knowledge. It became possible for me. By Sita, with Sita, at Sita, I went nothing to something else. So I think, as you all know, there is one saying: if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life being believing as it is a stupid. Maybe you are not good at one thing. Maybe you are not good at other things. You are not good at learning Python, or you are not good at learning Java. Maybe you are best at learning manual or automation testing. So find yourself in Sita, believe in yourself, and make right decision. I choose Sita. What about you? Thank you.
Thank you, Vasundhara. I mean, the time flies. Now you're already senior analyst. Yeah, it feels like you joined yesterday and got the job yesterday. Yeah, so it's good to know. But I must say, though Vasundhara came from a completely non-IT background, I know how hard she worked. So, as she is very personally close to our family, also, I used to personally monitor her growth as well. And we had only three people joined from India in the last 6 years. Two of them got jobs, but one person couldn't continue because she became pregnant and then she had to take break from everything. So that's why she couldn't get job. Otherwise, she would also get the job. And most of the people in Sweden, whoever joins us, they get jobs and they're working in very big companies like H&M, Ericsson, SEB, Swedbank, Nordea. They are very big banks. And in Sweden, getting job is very difficult thing because here there is a Swedish local language demand. The country is very small, just 10 million people, and the opportunities are very less. It's a very dry job market. In India, it's actually very easy to get job compared to Sweden. I'm saying it's not easy anywhere, but the opportunities are very less here. But in India, you can also get job for, you can get some low paying jobs in small software companies. Here labor laws are very strict in Sweden. No one can hire you for less salary. They have to pay you very decent salary. So that's why it becomes even more difficult. People always prefer experienced professionals or highly qualified professionals or etc. So thanks Vasundhara for sharing your experience, and it's amazing to see that you already spent more than 4 years in your career. I wish you go even further in your career, and then go into hiring positions and leading positions and hire some people from SITA, SITA in the
Yeah,
future
yeah.
in your company and
Thank
in
you.
your team.
I'm very eager to hear many successful stories from Sita from India as well.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, then we will come back to the questions. Thank you, Vasundhara. Yeah. So let's go back to raised hands. Dinesh, I will allow you to talk. I am preferring those who raised hands and willing to openly talk. After that, I will answer the questions in the Q&A section. Yeah, Dinesh, you can.
Yeah, hi Yogesh.
Hi.
I'm from Chennai.
Yep.
Actually, I started my career as a non-technical in BPO and have done a manual testing course in Chennai. Then I moved on to manual testing here, and now currently I'm working in some startup company as a manual tester. So I want
Okay.
to switch my career into an automation.
Yep.
So now, regarding like previously, some people have talked about like the AI, the LLM, and
Yep.
how the testing has been grown as an evaluation here.
Yep.
So when we compare with an automation career, right? So the requirements is going a lot. Like the tester itself is going to deploy the code in production and like in CI/CD. So everything will be covered under this course. Is that right?
Yeah, we cover CI/CD and everything as part of automation testing. Yes.
So, and once we come up with the end up course session, is that you will give an real-time project to work on with the real-time automation techniques over here, what we learned in this course?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, so you will get exactly what you're expecting, but I'll tell you one interesting thing. Okay, this so-called real-time project is invented by coaching centers. Okay, so there is no such thing called real-time project. Actually, when you work in a company, you don't use 100% of what you learn. Okay,
Mm,
for example, let's say you learn playwright, you learn
mm,
all the concepts of playwright, and whatever the projects we teach you, you apply everything that you have learned on that project.
mm,
So I would say it is much better than a real-time project because in companies, when you work, the application the company uses, you don't apply everything about Playwright. You only
mm,
apply certain parts that that application is requiring or that project needs. Or let's say, for example, in some cases, the Playwright framework is already there. Someone has built it. You just have to go and add test cases to that framework. In
mm.
that case, you will use even lesser skills what you learned. So whatever you learn with us or with most of the institutions, it's not just we are unique, we do that, but you get good projects where you cover entire playwright features.
And is there any option like we can build a framework from the scratch like
Yeah,
that?
exactly. That's what we do. When we learn, that's what we do. But in companies, that's not always possible because the framework is already there or something like that. That's why when you learn more compared to what you work.
Yeah, okay, fine. And previously, I've shown the screen like that course details, the fees,
Yep.
and could you able to share that one at the end of that?
Okay. So yeah.
And you have
Mm,
shown like three types of courses, like manual automation and manual and automation, right?
yes.
So what's the difference between that manual and automation? So if you join in manual and automation, we will be in that same batch, or it be like separate batch like that?
Yeah. So automation, it's always separate.
No, no, manual and automation I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah. So this you anyone who wants to join our trainings that are happening from Jan 12th, you have to go to the website and you have to pick the course and you can just buy, and then we will add you. Our course coordinator will add you into the group. So if you are asking about this,
Oh,
now
yes.
first you will learn manual testing, then automation testing. If you pick this,
Okay, fine.
okay. But if you want to only automation testing, you can directly buy this, and then you will directly automation testing classes will start. But for this, manual testing is a prerequisite.
Okay, okay, fine,
Yeah,
fine.
we don't recommend. If you join, you can join. We are not going to stop you. If you want to join directly automation testing, you are
Mm.
welcome to join. But we don't recommend directly starting with automation testing without having knowledge about manual testing.
Yeah, and because I also need to recall the manual, so that's
Yeah,
why.
then I strongly recommend, because Vikas will cover very up-to-date manual testing concepts with latest tools with Agile Scrum, and we also cover API testing with Postman, which is also very important for automation testing. When you work with Playwright, you need to automate APIs also, not just UI. So for 1 to 2 months, you will get very good refreshment of all the manual testing concepts. Then you can dive into automation testing.
And the automation synopsis is there now available because Vikas showed only the manual testing agenda today, right?
No, here yeah, we will conduct a separate session for automation testing curriculum also, but you can take a look at this JavaScript and TypeScript curriculum. We will cover this part, and
Okay.
then you can also go to automation testing curriculum. So this is very high level curriculum. We'll cover this part. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
but I can guarantee you 100% that you will become an expert in Playwright automation testing. So
Sure.
yeah.
That's what I want because I was struggling for so many of searching for automation here. I couldn't find a right path. Then in Instagram only I came up with this one. So
Yeah, we will upload some of the testimonials from the people who attended. Very recently, the one person got job. She has been trying in different fields for many years in Sweden, and she
mm,
finished Vikas playwright sessions, and she got now an opportunity in a very big company. And she also gave us very good testimonial, like Vasundhara, and we will post on Instagram also. But I can confidently say, like, we have the best playwright training sessions.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Get the reason why I'm so confident, because in Sweden getting job is extremely difficult. So if someone can get a job here with the training, they can get job anywhere in the world.
Mm.
So that's the reason I'm very
Is it
confident.
possible to once we're done with and we've been expertise in this one, whether we can able to apply in Sweden also?
Yeah, but being outside of Sweden, it's not that easy. So
Okay.
yeah, but we can definitely help you the paths, the connecting dots, like how you can approach towards not just Sweden but European job market, and then abroad, etc. and all. We can help you with that steps, but for now we don't want to over promise and anything. We just want to make it very clear that if you want to get a job in tech, we will give you everything that it takes to, whether it comes to technical skills or communication skills, we will give you everything that it takes to get a tech job. And if you go to an interview, like Vasundhara cracked her interview in the first attempt. She applied for one company, they called her. As soon as she spoke, they hired her. That's it. And they even asked her, okay, are there any other people from your organization that we can hire? So, but at the time we had only 10 people in per batch. We don't have too many people, and we couldn't. Most of them got jobs in Sweden, and Vasundhara was the only person who attended from India at the time.
Mhm. Okay. And you will provide recording sessions once done with the that
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So you will get access to all the recordings, and you can keep them for the rest of the life.
Okay. Thank you, Jagdish.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll move to Jahnavi. Jahnavi, you can talk.
Yeah. Hi. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So we joined a little late.
Okay.
Sorry for that. And also I'm asking for my wife. She worked as a manual tester for 3 years. So we are in US.
Okay, great.
So she lost like a job recently.
Okay.
And now so she's not able to find any opportunity in the manual testing in the US at least.
Okay.
So that's what she wanted to upgrade herself in the technical side, like on the automation side.
Okay. Okay.
And
How long has you been not working? How long ago she lost job?
8 months now, Jagdish.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then see, it's a very common situation in Europe also. A lot of people lost jobs in the last 2 years.
Mhm.
I am not closely following the job market trends in US, but at least in Europe, in Sweden, the unemployment rate is at the highest right now. So the problem with the break in career is month by month, the confidence will go down. So we don't get confidence to attend interviews and even apply for the jobs. And even if we get the opportunity to attend the interviews, we don't give our best. So as you are living in the US, I would strongly recommend close your eyes and join, because we not only train for technical skills, we also train for soft skills. And especially we know exactly how it works in abroad. For example, the interview process are a little bit different from India to abroad. We are actually experts in abroad because we have been doing this for 6 years in Sweden. So she will not only learn technical skills, the latest and most in-demand technical skills, but she will also gain her confidence back. I'm not sure, maybe I'm just guessing based on my mentoring experience. If the break actually slows down people and then, crushes the confidence a little bit, she can gain that. That is more important for her than actually technical skills, in my opinion. And it's good for her to join.
Yeah, sure. And also along with the playwright, right? So
Yeah.
what else you guys teach in the like automation?
So
Only
first we will teach programming language basics because it's very important, and then the tool, the playwright tool, and then CI/CD, and then GitHub, and everything that it takes, a little bit of entry-level DevOps stuff, so that she is very familiar with entire automation.
okay.
Hope I
Okay.
answered your question.
So and
Yep.
also, do we have marketing team here, Jagdish, by any chance? Or
No, in US, no.
okay.
For now, we have in Sweden, and we are also planning in India for now. So if we have enough people from the US, then we will plan that. But right now, we are not directly targeting any companies in the US. But in India, we are planning. What we do, we pick up 100 profiles from our students, and then we start contacting companies to hire them.
Okay. Okay. So here, like it's a mainly your focus is on the training perspective for the
Training,
US.
exactly. So the main focus is on giving you the skills. I can guarantee one thing: whoever joins, you don't need anyone's help for the rest of the life to get a job. You get the technical skills and communication skills using which you can pick a country, pick a company, get a job. It might take some time. Let's say I want to get a job in US and in this company, it might take little longer. But getting job will never become difficult on your own. You don't need anyone's help. That's what we will teach. That's what we will give. That's for sure.
Yeah. And also like it's your team is going to contact us, right? Like, is there any way we can talk with you after this call?
No, I mean the only way we talk after this is if you join the course.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So Shashikala Madhav, please, I will allow you to talk and you can ask your question. Shashikala, please let me know if you are here.
Yeah, Jagdish, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Jagdish, thank you so much, giving the brief detail about the course. And I really appreciate the transparency in explaining how the course and adds value to the detailed overview that you just provided all the details. And I only have one doubt, since I'm a beginner, to the technical background. I worked in the private sector, and I have overall of 11 years of experience, and across various projects I've worked. But this is a technical background is something first I'm planning to, and I'm really looking forward for a career transition, and looking for a change. So my only question is like almost a few questions that I have in my mind. Most of them I have asked, and you have answered as well, and even Vikas also. Thank you for that.
Yep.
I only have one question to understand, like considering the current market situation, and recently there are many layoffs across various companies. So I would like to understand what kind of assurance is provided, regarding the job placement, especially since I'm the beginner and I'm really 101%. I'm so confident that I would like to take up this course and, explore more, and I want to get into technical field.
Yep.
So just looking forward from you, how much is the assurance, sir, that post completing the course, and I'm located in India.
Yeah. So I
I would
will
like
be,
to
yeah.
hear
Thanks.
that from you.
Thanks for asking these questions. Actually, I thought of speaking particularly about this at some point, but due to technical issues, we didn't follow our agenda. But thanks for asking this. So I'll be very honest. First of all, let's say 100 people joined the software testing course. Okay. I can tell you from my mentoring experience of last 10, 15 years, not 100 people will get the job. Okay. Only some people will get the job, some people will not get the job. It can be because of many reasons. For example, when we trained 3 people from India, 2 people got, 1 people did not get, because she was pregnant and she had to take care, and she changed her priorities. So we never know. That's why we will never give any 100% guarantee that you will get a job by joining this course. If I say that, it's a lie. I'm just saying that so that you can buy this course and I'll get the money. So we will not do that. We will not give you any assurance about getting a job. But what we will give you an assurance that if you join us, you will have the confidence, you will have the skills, technical skills and communication skills to get a job anywhere in the world on your own. But that depends on your efforts. We know what to train, what to teach, and how to mentor. But whether you will implement them or not is not in our hands. So if you implement them, you will definitely get a job. It's just a matter of time. I can just give it in written. Usually, this is what I tell people. Like, I will tell you a few steps. If you follow them, I can give you in written on a bond paper that you will get a job. But the challenging part for me also as a mentor is people don't do that. Some people do only 50%, some people do 60%. There are very few people who do 100%. A lot of people do 90% if they are serious about getting the job. So the assurance is about the quality of the training, mentoring, and bringing confidence in you with the technical skills and communication skills, obviously. But we also try to connect your profile. Let's say if you are a good performer, we pick your profile, because we don't want to reach out to companies and send someone's profile who are not really very serious about learning and performing. But whenever we find, because if we are training every day, if we are meeting them, we know that this person is serious, this person is working hard, this person is preparing. So we take their profiles and we also reach out to companies. We do something from our side. But again, then we can take you till the interview. But after that, it depends on your performance in the interview, whether you will get a job or not. So these are completely uncertain things. I don't think anyone actually can assure 100% on that. If anyone is assuring, then they are in the trouble, because that's not how it works, in my opinion. So I hope I answered your question, but that is what we do. We give assurance about the quality of our training.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate, the genuine and the honest,
Yep.
response that you gave. I really understand, because most of the academies and the training institute I have come across, because I did even apply for a soft automation testing course, and I noticed for 1 or 2 months, and after that I could not, continue because of I was in the night shift.
Okay.
So I even did, and I even know there's certain false promise and all these academies come up with, but I
Yep.
really appreciate the way you genuinely gave me the response. Thank you so much, Jagdish sir. And
Yes,
I would
yes.
definitely contact you guys. Somebody would be contacting us, or how am I supposed to contact you,
No,
sir?
we do not contact. Actually, we operate completely differently. That's the reason I have not started our services outside of Sweden. We don't contact, we don't sell you anything. We have our website. We conduct this kind of demo sessions next 4 Sundays. We will give you all the information, what we are going to teach, what is our curriculum, what is our fees. Everything is open, public, everything is transparent. Then you have to decide whether to join or not. It's completely up to you. The decision is yours. But once you join, we can 100% guarantee you will gain the skills and you will gain the confidence and you will stand out. If 100 people are applying and you are applying the job, you will stand out. All you need is 1 or 2 interviews to get the job. That's it. After joining us, all you need is 1 or 2 interviews. If you manage to get 1 or 2 interviews, then there is no one that can stop you from getting that job. So you will perform like that in the interviews.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it.
Yep.
So post the fourth session, we will need to contact you guys. I
No
will be
need.
given
No
an
need.
email
You
address.
can already join. No need to wait until Jan 12th. As I said, we fill the batches. One morning batch, one evening batch is there now. If you
Okay.
go to the website and reserve your spot in, if you are only want to learn automation testing, you can pick that and then pay. And then we will contact you to add you to the group so that we can start grooming you already and sharing some prerequisites, etc.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jagdish sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, if anyone is willing to join, I strongly recommend to take action as soon as possible because Vikas and I, along with our teaching staff, we will conduct some weekly sessions where we will talk to you one on one even before the actual training starts, and we'll understand at what level you are, and we will guide you some references, and we will also answer your questions, and we can help you with the prerequisites and filling gaps. Let's say if you have a very long break, it is very good you already start so that we start talking, and then you start slowly getting into one good routine to upgrade your technical skills, so you don't have to wait until Jan 12th. Okay, so we have Madhavi Pinda, so you can ask the question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Right now we are staying in Kuwait.
Okay.
I actually worked in manual testing in two different companies in India when I was before marriage.
Okay.
After marriage, I moved to Kuwait and I stopped my working. Now, actually, I want to restart. One question. So many answers were I from the previous questions. I got the answers from previous questions. One
Mhm.
more thing is if I want to start again, is there any opportunity like online work in manual testing or automation testing?
Okay, thanks for asking a very good question.
Mm.
Uh, so before that, how is the Kuwait IT job market? Are there any IT opportunities at all?
Uh, Database side is there and networking is there, but in core field like coding or in testing, there is no IT market is not there.
Okay, okay. So this is one of the things we teach after people join us, that is job market research. I
Mhm.
personally don't recommend joining in a course where there are no opportunities in the area you are living in. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
probably you might find it very strange that I'm not recommending you to join,
mm,
but that's what we do. In Sweden also, we offer only 4 to 5 courses. We don't offer any other courses because there is no demand here. For
okay, sir.
example, a lot of Oracle related products don't have any demand here. So if you're an
Mm.
Oracle database administrator in Sweden, it is not a good opportunity. But in India or in US, we can actually start Oracle database administrator course because there are jobs, a lot of jobs.
Okay,
So,
sir.
so my recommendation to you is rather than looking for something online, which is very difficult, especially considering you're an entry level person in software testing, you find out what jobs are there. For example, you mentioned database related and networking related. And unfortunately, we don't have any courses for that, but there are so many other institutions who are providing. You join those courses and then learn that and then apply for that job so that you can get a job locally. If you are planning to settle down in Kuwait for a very long time. Otherwise, online is completely based on luck. The work from home, remote opportunities are available in software testing. But again, the more you narrow down your requirement, the longer it takes, the difficult it is. I will never say it is impossible, but not all people have the patience to, try for something for 1 to 2 years. Everyone want quick results. If people don't find quick results, then they jump from one thing to another thing and another thing. So that problem is it, and it is natural. I'm not pointing it out, but it is very natural for us to get rewards for efforts so that we keep going. If we are not getting rewards, then we tend to give it up.
Okay,
And
sir.
so, considering all these things, think carefully. And if you think, okay, networking database is a little bit complicated for me, software testing is easy to learn. And if you think like that, then you plan for 1 to 2 years to get that online, your choice of type of work you want, then it will work out. Otherwise, you don't know. You never know. But I can recommend one thing for everyone who is listening. The price that we are offering for manual testing is very less, and we don't offer this for the next batch for sure. We, as this is the first time, we are just launching to get more admissions so that we also have profiles to share to the companies. After that, the price will double, triple, or it can go up to any extent, because then you will start seeing results and then we start getting demand. So we will increase the price. So I would say join in 2 months. You will understand. You will learn definitely a new skills. You will become much smarter. We also teach soft skills, so that is advantage. So you will definitely learn something new, and you never know what will happen. I don't recommend trying to max out from everything. Okay, I joined this course and then my life should change completely drastically like that. So it might happen and it might also not happen, but it will work out elsewhere. So you will apply this knowledge and learning elsewhere also. So that's how it works. So I would say if you have slightly some plans to enter into IT, don't think too much, don't do too much research and planning. Just join, and I can guarantee you will never be disappointed for joining after you make the decision.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Course
Yeah.
duration, sir?
Manual
Manual
testing
testing.
2 months, automation testing 2 months. If you take both, it will be around 4 months.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
And you will get
Okay.
all the recordings. You will get course completion certification for each module. For example, if you join manual testing, you will get for software testing fundamentals one certification, agile methodology another certification, and then if automation testing will give whatever the programming language you learn for that certification, and then automation testing certification. And also on overall, if we teach Postman or some other tools, we'll also give individual certifications for that also.
Daily classes will be there, or
Yes, daily Monday to Friday.
okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And we will also have weekly one extra, either Saturday or Sunday, optional mock interview session or notes clarifying session. There is no new learning on that day, but you can join and ask questions, or we can also take mock interview on that day, up like some quiz, test, exams, etc.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. And you will also
But
get all
will
the
be a very
recordings.
less opportunities for online working in manual testing now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, it's as I said, if you narrow down, it will take some time.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and you will also get all the recordings. This is for everyone. You will also get all the
Yes.
recordings. You can keep them for the rest of the life. And you will also be added in one group where you can, let's say you got a job within 3 months and then you have some questions, you can post in that group and you get some help also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So OnePlus IN 2011, I will unmute you. You can talk.
Hi, Jagdish sir. I'm audible?
Yes.
Hi, sir. I'm Aditya from Hyderabad.
Hello, Aditya.
Hi, sir. First of all, very nice to get this link. In fact, I've tried that the time because due to the technical glitch, I couldn't able to join it. So I thought
Okay.
it is postponed or something. That's how I just gone through it. And before this, before this query. I've just joined it. And my only one doubt is I'm a middle management sales professional. 2005 passed out, a BTech graduate. But soon, after that graduation, I've joined in sales only due to some references and all. Yes, I built my career in sales. So my intention is whether, as I just listened to your answer, it is Monday to Friday, whether it will be suitable for the working professionals, the timings and all.
Yeah, because what
The
would
first,
you say? What would you say? Is there any possibility we can arrange something for working professionals like early mornings, late evenings? Is that what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
offering?
that is, sir. Yes, yes, that's what. Because see, when we want to learn, that's no undoubtedly, the timings can be managed. But I mean, see, I'm at middle of my career and at
I
middle
understand.
management level. So that's of
I
the reason
understand.
that is what one my first doubt. And yes, definitely I need to brush up my skills because though even technical graduate, but completely moved away from my core line. So
Okay.
definitely the struggle and and so it should, I should keep his little higher side.
Yeah.
So that's of the reason
Yeah.
the working professionals how it can be suitable and little
Yeah. Yeah.
more
But
support kind of technique.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got your point. No, for now, these are the timings we have fixed, and we are focusing on full-time job seekers. So it is not. So we can't guarantee. Vikas is here. Because maybe we can, if we get enough demand from working professionals to attend outside of working hours like early morning and late evening, we'll definitely accommodate that, but for now this is the schedule.
Oh, understood, sir. Because I
Yeah.
understand, I truly appreciate it. But
Yeah.
yes, sir, if any that kind of even Saturday, Sundays stretch art would be definitely uh, glad
Yeah.
to get into the course and
Yeah. So I will tell you once again to everyone, including you, that our goal is if someone joins, we want them to get a job. So we want them to gain the skills that are required for working after getting a job and also the soft skills. So that's why it is not typical institutions which sells bunch of courses back to back, weekends, weekdays, etc., etc. So we are completely different from that kind of setup. We want, if someone joins, we want them to gain all the skills to get the job. They should develop professionally so that they can get a job on their own. That is our aim. That's why we are a little bit rigid in terms of schedules and everything, but we also go by demand. For example, if there are so many working professionals are coming and then they want early morning batch or late evening batch, we will definitely accommodate, but by default it is for full-time job seekers.
understand, sir, understand.
Yep.
But please make a note of this thing
Sure,
and it
sure,
would be a
definitely,
great,
definitely. Yes.
definitely, definitely.
Okay, Aditya,
Thank you
thank you.
so much.
Yep. Okay, Ravi, you can go next.
Hi Jagdish.
Hello.
This is Ravi. I'm calling from Bangalore,
Yep.
and I work in IT company from last 17 years. And
Okay.
various platforms I've been forcefully moved from one platform, tech, non-tech, non-tech, tech, SAP consultant here, there, here, and various things. Right now, I'm working in a platform of only doing a UAT testing. Uh,
Okay.
we just verify few things, write test cases, raise defects in Jira. Only a basic level of testing. So I want to enhance myself. That's the
Yep.
reason where I am right now.
Okay.
My question is, so and one more thing to say is I joined little late because of the technical session, and I think I have missed half of the part. I think I
Okay.
joined around 6:20, around 6:20, yeah, 6:20
Okay.
somewhere like that. I think I missed most of the things, and I don't know the as you said, like course details and all. You gave one link. I think I
Yep.
don't have that link. This is the first
Yep.
thing. I mean, where to get and how to get the course. Yeah, this is the
Yep.
one which you shared. I
Yep.
want this link actually. If
Yeah.
possible, you
So
can post it.
you can go to stockholmitacademy.com.
Okay.
Unfortunately, is there any way I can just do a group chat here? Um, mm, okay, there is no group chat option. Last topic. Okay, but it is very simple, like Stockholm IT Academy. Stockholm
Okay,
is the
okay.
capital city of Sweden, by the way, to
Yeah, yeah, I
those
know, I
who don't
know.
know.
I've,
Yeah.
I've,
So it is IT and Academy, Stockholm IT
okay,
Academy.com. You will see. You can see the
okay,
high level overview of the course here, manual
okay,
testing, automation testing.
okay,
And we give the latest and most in-demand curriculum.
okay.
In manual testing, we cover both software testing fundamentals, agile methodology, and the API testing with Postman also. And in
Gotcha.
automation testing, you will get everything up to DevOps entry level concepts,
Mhm.
CI/CD and GitHub, etc.
Okay,
So there is nothing I mean, you don't need anything else after joining this program. So for your case,
okay.
I strongly recommend picking up this manual and automation so that
Yes, I'm willing to do that itself.
yeah,
Uh,
so you will not only brush up on this, but you will also become expert in, especially you are on a slow phase, you are not in a rush to get a job. So you
Correct.
can upgrade your skills, and after that, you will feel very confident and you can plan your switch.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And one more question is, as you said, like there are morning batch and evening batch.
yep,
Now, as I'm working right now,
yep,
uh, suppose today I've agreed for morning batch,
yep,
as it is a 4 months duration.
yep.
Maybe after 2 months, I plan. There are some situation that I have to do APJ because we work in shifts, APJ, EMEA,
Okay,
and
okay,
AMER regions. Now
okay,
I move. I think I might move to APJ session from Feb. I think. So what in case if I move to APJ and I'm not able to join in the morning, and if I want to shift uh, to the evening, because I
yep,
work every quarter, my shift changes. APJ to
okay,
EMEA,
every
EMEA
quarter.
to
Okay,
AMER, AMER to APJ. So that's how my question.
okay, fine. So, two things. One, as the session starts from January 12th,
Mm-hmm.
you can decide what shift you will have for next 3 months from January
Okay.
and fix to that.
Okay.
And then if you miss any sessions, you will get the recording.
Okay.
But let's say after 3 months, like in April, your shift is going to change.
Okay.
Then you can completely move to another batch. But after
Okay.
that, you have to stick to that batch because there is no guarantee that both batches are going in
On the same.
synchronous with the same concept. So
Exactly. Exactly.
you will be little bit here and there, but that's why if you are moving, you move permanently to another batch so that then you will sync there in couple of days.
Okay. Okay.
So but you can plan that. And anyways, if you miss 1 or 2 sessions, you will get the recording so that you can catch up.
Okay. Now, if I have any questions in between, or if I want help from someone, will be is there anyone that who can help me or interact with me? Because this is an online session,
Yeah,
the interaction will be less little.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, so someone has to guide us or coach us or.
Yes,
Uh,
you will be added in a group where you
okay.
can always post questions and post screenshots if you are stuck, if you have any issues, and get the response and get the support.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's it. I'm clear
Oh,
with my doubts. Thank you.
okay, okay, Ravi. Then.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. Okay, so we are extending this is what I do usually. I want to answer every single question till the end, but I will let everyone leave from the panel. Thanks Vikas, thanks Vasundhara, thanks Janatul for your time today. You are free to leave, and those who are in the attendees, I will go to the Q&A section and I will answer every single question and then I will end. But those who got your questions answered, you all can leave. You don't have to wait till next 30 minutes or 1 hour. I just want to say that. And I will go to the questions in the chat. If your question is not answered, please raise your hand and then just unmute and say that my question is in the chat. Please answer. Okay, Josna Pinnelly, you asked, we could not join the webinar. Can you send the recording to our email address? Josna, next Sunday, again, we will have another webinar. Please join. You actually joined the most important part of the webinar. In the beginning, we gave just introduction about Stockholm IT Academy and little bit my background. But as far as the training curriculum and everything is concerned and how to join the fees, all the stuff we discussed in the second part, which you mostly covered. So if you want to listen to the first part again, the Stockholm IT Academy introduction and my introduction, you can join the next webinars. We conduct next 4 Sundays, same time webinars. So you all can join. Please provide the recorded session. The session was not started by 5. Okay, Nitya, session was started at 5, but because of the technical issues with the webinar, we had to end and we had to restart again. But so the recording is now in multiple parts. I'm not sure if we have time to edit it and redo it. If we could do it, we will share it. But otherwise, you can join the next Sunday. Fees, course duration, and other details. Visit stockholmitacademy.com. There you have everything is public, like there is no hidden stuff, etc. So you can pick one course, buy it, enter your name, email address, phone number. Haindavi will reach out to you and then we'll add you into a group. And we will already start some grooming sessions if you join in advance. And you can ask, you can interact basically. It's a two-way group, it's not one-way group. Kishore Kumar, yeah, we discussed, I answered. I am teacher from past many years as having small kid aged parents and I wish to learn some IT work related stuff course. So how can you help me? Do I get a job for sure? Yeah, I answered this question. Getting a job for sure, it completely depends upon your personal situation. Let's say you decided not to get a job, not to work in IT after joining, then you will not get the job. But to all the serious people, serious job seekers, I would say, to all the serious job seekers, if you join, you will never be disappointed. You will get all the skills because we know exactly what a company needs and we know exactly what you need, what are the skills you need to satisfy the companies. So you will get all the skills. Understand you had technical difficulties, no worries. However, understanding situation, you kindly share this recording. Sure, Aparna, we will share the recording, but if you have been here for quite some time, you have got most important points already. Okay, recording of the webinar. Okay, Shashikala Madhav, non-technical background after completing the automation. Yeah, placement support, job opportunities in India. We do actually not placement support, but we select around 100 of our students and we continuously promote to different companies. You will also start seeing some content on that on our social media. We will be inviting entrepreneurs, CEOs, and founders in hiring a legit, genuine talent. We will promote in our best capacity, but placement is something as we are starting just now in India. We don't guarantee it right now. It is in the pipeline. That is our goal in 2026 to attract as many companies as possible. Duration of the course 2 months plus 2 months. Prices details are very clear. The price is the basic, the minimum you can find anywhere in the world. For live interactive sessions, you can get very cheap recorded sessions, but we don't want to sell the courses, recorded courses. Our goal is to transform the individuals and focus on professional development. So our price in that line, the price is very minimal. Actually, our European course prices are very high. Like our price is 9,000 euros. You can convert that into the local currency. That is the price for our local courses, and it is one of the most expensive in entire Europe also. The reason why we have is our training is completely different. Our training is focused on professional development. There are so many institutions in Europe which failed to establish in Sweden or in European countries because of the tough job market. Here it is extremely difficult to get the job, but we managed to crack the job market and we helped more than 60 people get the jobs in one of the biggest companies in Europe. So with the same attitude we are coming, as this is the first time we are offering all the courses for actually the price is completely negotiable. If you compare to any activity that you do, this price is literally nothing. But we will not keep this price definitely for the next batch and upcoming batches. Only in 2026 we will have these prices, but after that the prices we will increase as per the standards, as per the general standards. After completion of course, do we get job opportunities as we don't have any prior experiences? Yeah, so I answered that question multiple times. I joined late this session testing course. Today we covered manual testing curriculum. In the next session, we'll cover automation testing curriculum. Okay, Deepika is asking, I have 1.2 years of experience in software testing in 2016. So I have a long gap on after marriage, and I have knowledge in Selenium testing also. And my question is that after completion of this course, will you provide any opportunities, and is there any chance of getting work from home? Okay, forget about work from home. Uh, don't be in denial, or don't, these kind of work from home online job requirements attract scams. There are a lot of scams on the internet in the name of work from home jobs, online jobs, data entry jobs, etc., etc. Those scams are coming because of the people's demand of work from home and online jobs. There are no such jobs. If you want to have a good white collar IT job, if you want to have a very good professional life, the work from home comes as a consequence of your number of years of experience in one field. Let's say you worked as a developer for 5 years, 6 years. Then you can pick a company that is completely remote. But if you're just starting, if you're switching, then it's not that easy to get a work from home job as a starting point. Let's say if you're getting such jobs, then the pay is very less. You will get like very less pay. I wouldn't recommend that. And we are not a training company that focuses on low paying jobs. We focus on very high paying jobs and a good professional development career in IT. That is our goal. So I don't recommend thinking. I'm not against work from homes. A lot of people are working from home since the COVID, but they have been in the field for very long time. So think very long term, long term. So work. I mean, forget about online something like that. But work from home is still good. But for that, you have to prove yourself in the profession. That is when you can demand the type of work you want, until and unless you reach to that point. And how you can demand that? With your skills again. So if you have strong technical skills, strong communication skills, and if you prove yourself in that particular profession, then you can demand the company. You can say if company is not able to afford to lose you, they will give you work from home. So yeah, so that was a little long answer, Deepika, but I hope you got the point. R. Swati, after completing the course, do you follow up us to get the job? Do you provide any jobs? Okay, we don't have any jobs with us. We don't provide any jobs. We provide the skills to get the jobs. But we will definitely be available for you until you get the job. It's not like after 4 months you will go your way, we go our way. You will still be in the group. We will conduct weekly mentoring, training, support sessions. You can definitely join those sessions and you can maintain the confidence levels and rapport with us. But that is only the support that we offer in terms of mentoring. We provide training and mentoring. We try to reach out to and sell your profile to the companies. We would love to do that. We do that, but that part is completely gray area for now. Okay, Shashikala Madhav, email address to SITA.dev if possible. Shashikala, I strongly recommend joining because email responses are very slow. We get a lot of emails because we have 3 different organizations and we get multiple mails, and our team is also very busy with other activities. So you might get a very late response. So I strongly recommend joining our webinars, ask the question in Q&A, or raise your hand and ask the question directly. So you will get answer instantly. Jakhnavi, yes, the payment is in euros. You can pay using your card and it will just convert as per that day's conversion, and then we get in euros, but you pay in your local currency. Unfortunately, no Jakhnavi, because our headquarters is in Sweden and we're registered in Sweden. Actually, our local currency is Swedish krona. The maximum we could go for is the euros. But it does not make any difference from your side. You just enter the card details and then just pay, because we are not adding the tax, we are not adding the conversion rate from our side. Again, as this is the first time, we are not really considering about the price. We pay the VAT almost 25% of whatever you pay. That is actually we pay the VAT to the Swedish government, and then we also pay the conversion charges to Stripe. So technically, whatever you pay, already 27 to 30% is gone from our pocket. So if it is 10,000, we only get 7,000 into our account, to be honest. Anyone who knows about how European tax system works knows very well the taxes are very high here. But that is all on us. We are already bearing all the taxes. You just pay from your side. Okay, anonymous attendee asked Jagdish, sir, could you please suggest me? Should I take up manual testing first, then move to automation testing, or manual and automation testing since I am a beginner? Okay, even if you take manual and automation together, we will first teach you manual testing, then automation testing. We will not directly start automation testing. Only if you take automation testing separately, then you will start automation testing directly from the day one, considering you already know manual testing. So yeah, the only advantage if you take both of them at once is there is around 100 euros less price. That is the only advantage you have. So you can take both manual and automation testing. Even if you have manual testing knowledge, we strongly recommend taking our manual testing course because we cover the most latest and the best curriculum, including Agile Scrum methodology and API testing, and a little bit of accessibility testing, which is very important nowadays. So you will not only refresh your manual testing skills, you will also learn the latest stuff, and then you can move to automation testing. Okay. Hi, I'm not able to hear my questions. Can you please talk to me once? Okay, Deepika, you can ask your question now.
Hi, Jagdish.
Hello.
I'm from Visakhapatnam.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
యాక్చువల్‌గా నేను ముందే క్వెషన్ అడిగాను మిమ్మల్ని. కాపోతే అది నాకు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయిందన్నమాట యాప్.
ఓకే.
ఏంటంటే నేను 2015లో మాన్యువల్ అండ్ ఆటోమేషన్ నేర్చుకున్నాను.
ఓకే.
సో దట్ నేను నేర్చుకున్న తర్వాత 1.2 ఇయర్స్ నేను జాబ్ చేశాను హైదరాబాద్‌లో.
ఓకే.
తర్వాత ఏంటంటే ఆఫ్టర్ 2017 నాకు మ్యారేజ్ అయిన తర్వాత నేను వైజాగ్ వచ్చేసానన్నమాట.
ఓకే.
సో, నేనేంటంటే లాంగ్ గ్యాప్ అంటే నేను చాలా ట్రై చేశానిక్కడ వైజాగ్‌లో. కాపోతే ఇక్కడ కొంచెం తక్కువ ఆపర్చునిటీస్. సో, నేను మూవ్ అవుదామన్నా నాకు ఇక్కడ అవ్వలేదన్నమాట. అంటే నా మ్యారేజ్ ఇష్యూ వల్ల. సో,
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడేంటంటే అంటే మిమ్మల్ని నేను ఇన్‌స్టాలో ఫాలో అవుతాను.
ఓకే.
నేను చూసానన్నమాట. చూసి నేను ఫాలో అయ్యి ఇందులో మీకు రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు నా క్వెషన్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ అండ్ ఆటోమేషన్‌లో నాకు నాలెడ్జ్ అయితే ఉంది. అంటే
యాహ్!
మాన్యువల్ టెస్టర్‌గా చేశాను. కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఏం చేయాలా అంటే మాన్యువల్ ఆటోమేషన్ జాయిన్ అవ్వాలా? లేకపోతే ఆటోమేషనే జాయిన్ అవ్వాలా? అనేది నాకు మైండ్‌లో ఉండిపోయిందన్నమాట. అంటే
ఓకే.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్‌గా నేను ఏం చూస్ చేసుకోవాలో నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు. ఎందుకంటే నేను ఆల్‌మోస్ట్ 7 ఇయర్స్ అయింది నేను జాబ్ క్విట్
ఓకే.
చేసి.
Okay.
సో
Okay. So I got your point. Sorry, I answered in English only. Maybe we'll
ఓకే.
connect
ఓకే.
some
నో
session
ప్రాబ్లమ్. నో
later.
ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఓకే. నో
Okay.
ప్రాబ్లమ్.
I strongly recommend joining both because
ఓకే.
you have a gap. Though you worked in IT, even 1 year gap is too much. Okay. Forget
యెస్.
about 1 year, even 6 months gap is too much because you think that you know a lot in your mind, but when it comes to work, you forget most of the stuff. So
యెస్.
join both manual and automation. And also, I strongly recommend working on your soft skills
ఓకే.
because there is always a difference if you work and if you don't work. If you work, you are continuously polishing your brain, communication, technical, all the skills. So they are very
ఓకే.
sharp. If you are not working, then everything will go down.
యెస్. యెస్.
So, for example, now you would have asked the same question in English if you were working,
యెస్.
but because you have gap, now you want to communicate very clearly. That's why you choose not to speak in English. So that
యెస్.
is the difference between working and non-working.
యెస్.
So
యెస్.
strongly recommend choose manual and automation so that in 2 months you will finish manual and you will gain confidence and you can start applying for the jobs. And parallelly, you can
యెస్.
also update yourself to automation testing. So let's say if you attend interviews, you can tell them that, okay, now I am very well versed with manual testing. I'm also learning automation testing. So they will not focus too much on automation testing. But they'll get good impression that you are learning automation testing. And in 2 months,
ఓకే.
once you finish automation testing, you can tell them, okay, I'm very well versed with both manual and automation testing.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
ఓకే. థాంక్ యూ జగదీష్.
Yes. Okay, then that sums up. Okay, we have any questions? I hope I answered all the questions. Then that's the end of today's session. We will meet again next Sunday at 5 p.m. IST. Have a nice day, everyone. And whatever the little Sunday left, have a nice rest of the Sunday. Bye bye. Thanks for joining.